Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network. Hi, this is Amit Doshi, and I wanted to thank each and every one of our listeners. It's been 2 years since I founded IVM, and it's been an amazing 2 years. We wanted to learn a little bit more about who is listening to our shows, and so we put together a short survey. The survey is anonymous, and we aren't going to be collecting any personal information. I would really appreciate it if you could take a couple of minutes out of your day and go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and fill it out. Thanks, and please keep listening.
All right, please note that the language and ideas presented on the show might not be suitable for everyone. If you're under 18, make sure your mom isn't around. If you're over 80, why is your mom around?
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
All right, on this episode of Cyrus Says, we meet Neha Hiranandani and we discuss all the important things of life like Delhi girls and Delhi boys.
Why follow your auntie's advice when you can follow Cyrus Says on Facebook and Twitter to stay updated about the latest shows?
All right, here on Cyrus Says, I have to tell the truth again. And last week I fell. And I didn't fall because of any disorder or health issues. I fell because of furniture. And I explained the problem. We have to stop making chairs which don't have arms. I think it's wrong. If you're over 60 kilos, you cannot sit on a chair without arms. And the thing is, I'm so used to arms that when I sit on a chair without arms, I forget. And then I just sort of leaned and there was no arms and I fell and people started laughing. But the truth is, it's a horror out there. Furniture people who make furniture, you have to give us arms. Don't send us chairs which look crippled. It's just not right. And big people or larger people cannot fit. It's called Cyrus Says.
And that's what Cyrus says.
All right, here on Cyrus Says, we're talking to Neha. Neha Hiranandani is a writer who lives between Mumbai and Dubai, which she calls the first city of India.
I do actually. It's great.
Dubai, that is.
Dubai, that is.
Yeah.
It's I really do believe it's the best city in India. You know, you walk in, you enter, you get into the airport, and you don't have to say anything.
And then 1 hour later, you
yalla,
find the gate because it's huge.
That's okay, but you get off and you're like, oh, bhaiya, mera luggage kahan pe aayega?
Yeah,
and some voice will say, madam, do number. And you'll say, I don't need to go to the loo. And they'll say, no, do number belt pe.
Okay. Now, if you go to the jokes, I'll come back in 15 minutes. Can I just quickly describe your pants? If that sounded all wrong. But I haven't seen, what's the right term? The torn knee thing?
Mm-hmm. Ripped jeans.
Ripped jeans.
Say it sexier. Say it's ripped.
So ripped jeans are back. Now, look, I have bad jeans in more way than one, so I can't really talk about it. But it's interesting. Ripped jeans are back. Neha is wearing a very fetching outfit with white shoes as well.
In case I need to run for my life.
The thing is, visually for them, it's very difficult to take in because all they think of is me. And I'm more like a National Geographic special, like a bear in hibernation. So now we have something which is a little more aesthetically pleasing. So I just thought I'd bring that in.
Thank you.
All right, now let's go back to your Dubai experience. Yeah, so it is. It's amazing. Now you leave home and the first thing you do when you go to Dubai airport is you find more of us.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
We're everywhere.
I hate us.
We come in all shapes, sizes and shades.
Yeah.
But you know what stays?
And over-friendly.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird?
Tell me.
Our hair is always the same. The Indian hair. I have it. It's that crazy, frizzy.
And also the hair on the head. It's disgusting. I hate that hair.
Listen, have you ever been to
come on, let's be more
salon?
racist.
Have you been
frizzy? Yeah.
Frizzy, it's frizzy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, frizzy.
It looks like that hair has been on a separate journey from the rest of the body.
Yeah. Listen, have you ever been to like a women's salon in India?
I have worked there for some time.
Do you know how many things we have just to take off the hair?
God, please tell us.
There's so much.
Please tell us.
You get industrial strength razors. You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
You got
a razor on steroids.
I was hearing you talk about Urta Punjab, and I'm half Punjabi.
Right.
The hairy side of me, the half hairy
the
side.
The left side.
is Punjabi.
We'll have to see the back. All my Punjabi male friends, I always check the back.
Yeah, but listen,
it's called the Anil Kapoor theory.
It's great. You know why?
Why?
I'm married to a Sindhi.
Yeah.
I save on my sweater cost because I'm carrying my own fur. It's great. It really works.
There you go. The Sindhi hair is more on the eyebrows in that area, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a slightly different gene, yeah. Okay, but let's get back to all the different ways to take off hair.
Yeah.
Because, I did this woman special once for one TV show, don't ask me why. And they used Anne French. All right, so in the morning, this guy...
Listen,
it
kids.
burnt. It burnt. I know, but...
Yeah, come on.
But what an experience. 5 in the morning, they wake you up and they put this stuff on you and then they peel it off you. It's so demeaning.
Yeah.
I felt worse. That's the day I realized I really am a eunuch. That's it. I accepted it.
But did it feel good when you went out into the
okay, don't tell anyone. It did feel good.
Yeah.
And I questioned my sexuality all day after that because I actually enjoyed it. I wanted to remove my shorts and see how it felt. But,
it feels good. It feels good.
Yeah,
And you expose yourself to the elements.
Yes, but
then.
if you do that at Kochi at 4 in the evening, men in lungis may chase you with big sticks, so I didn't. But I should have.
All right. Okay.
It may be. I don't know. I didn't try it. I will the next time. Anything else while we're in the salon? What else? How else? What they use tweezers, is it? The same thing you use on dogs to take out ticks? I've seen that as well.
They do. So we've got epilators, depilators, we've got tweezers, we've got shavers, we've got razors. Waxing, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Hey, let me pour some really hot liquid on you and let's yank it off.
And then you pay for it. That's it. Sublime thinking.
For it.
Amazing.
So yeah. But laser is pretty good. Now you can laser anything.
How long does that take?
Well, depends. Are you Punjabi or not?
There you go. I was just thinking, it all goes back to Star Wars. That was the first time the laser was introduced.
Oh, that's right.
So when you go, you expect someone to come with a big torchlight and sort of phase you like that. Come on, Neha, stay still while I remove your hair. Yeah! But it doesn't really work like that.
No, not really. Not really. But always a fun experience. Always a fun experience.
I think it's too intimate. I just feel uncomfortable. I hate massages, by the way, Neha, when you bring it up.
Why?
All my male friends love the massage, and they have this. So that we have this one man who comes to the club and massages people.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable. I'm not homophobic, but I'm just not comfortable. I get ticklish. Okay, so if you touch anything around my knee area and ankles, I just go berserk.
But happy ending or no?
It's I have to do it myself because we're a cheap club. So
okay, not like that kind of service.
No, not yet.
I see.
Also, he's got class standards, so he's like, no, not you.
Not you.
Maybe Mr. Mehta. It's like that. Yeah, but I can't bear it. I can't bear to be touched and prodded and all that. They put their hands around your fleshy parts and they pull and push it. Come on.
Yeah.
It's very demeaning.
It is. Why don't you get a female therapist?
Apparently that would be the right thing to do, but A, expensive, and B, not allowed in the place that we go to for some reason. This is a very backward country here.
Indeed.
I want to ask you, and I've been saying this so many times, when you go to airports, since you mention it, why don't we have cross-gender checks? Why does a man have to check me? I would like a woman to check me. If they're going to go up and down my legs and go and check me for bombs and all that, I want a woman to check me. I would not mind a woman checking me. She can be the ugliest, oldest woman there with a mustache, but a woman.
No class standards in that sense.
I don't care about that. Yeah. I would be more comfortable if a woman is holding my hips, touching, because they actually, I don't know what they do to the girls, but the men.
They take you into this room.
Yeah.
First off.
Yeah.
It's really actually quite imposing.
Right.
You guys have it
with
more.
With a little curtain.
Yeah.
Which has always got a hole so I can see the women.
Yeah, you guys have it more egalitarian. You do what you need to do because you're men.
We're men.
You are
Punjabi men with bal.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we're dainty women. Yeah. So we need to get escorted off to the side.
And a dirty grey parda.
And this parda comes.
Yeah, which is a washroom parda, for sure.
And then there's this really rough and tough lady who's
V-shaped
like,
woman.
Yeah. That's right.
Phil Heath herself. Yeah.
Who's like, listen, let me tell you how it's done. Oh, yeah?
No, so because the men touch us, huh? They actually touch our glutes and all that.
Oh, yeah.
इसमें क्या है? इसमें क्या है? Oh, सर्दी इसमें क्या है?
Yeah.
वो तो क्या है? वो तो क्या है? All the time the same question. I mean, what do you think it is? What do you think I'm carrying?
It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense. I mean, I think...
But it's a hall suite.
I mean, I think I've had my wedding night.
Lasted that long, is it?
Yeah.
3 full minutes? Damn you, woman! You had a good time.
Behind many a parda.
Yeah.
So
you like my theory? Cross-gender. So let the man
But listen,
touch.
I'm not sure that I want like some...
yeah, true.
I mean,
and he'll ask you the same question. Oh, kya hai? Wo kya hai? You show him a hall suite. Wo kya hai? It's all sweet.
Hey,
haven't you seen it before?
Have you ever been asked to eat something that you were carrying in your bag
to
or something?
Check it?
Yeah, to check it.
That's disgusting. No, tell me.
So that happened. No, I was after 9/11 and I was in the US, I remember, and I was carrying, I was a student. I was pretty cheap and I had to carry my own snacks.
You're Indian.
I'm not going to...
You don't have to say cheap.
True.
The richest Indian is cheap, huh?
Oh, right. You
there
said
you
it.
Huh.
1 into 2.
1 into 2, yeah.
Soup lana. 1 into 2.
Straight away, huh? 2 for 1.
So exactly. So there you are. So no, I remember I was carrying an orange through security check and
orange and apple country. Terrible. Moving on. Leave it. Just keep going. Don't interrupt the flow. Yeah.
Okay. So said orange was in my bag and taking it through, and it was one of those ye kya hai, except in English by a white
their version of the
ye kya hai.
Absolutely.
And I was like, as you see, sir, it is an orange, also known as a tangerine.
Very good.
And I would like to partake of it when I go on to my flight.
What a dangerous fruit. May get stomach ulcer over 40 years. God, hilarious.
So he says, no, you got to eat it now. And I was like, I just say
lunch. Are you kidding me?
No,
what do you mean?
Sure.
How dare he?
He said, you've got to eat it now.
Why?
And I was like, but I just ate lunch. And, dinner's some time away. This is my cheap snack for in between. Don't make me eat it now. I've got like a 4-hour flight ahead.
So what did he think? It could be a bomb?
This
is all because of Halloween. They always have these orange pumpkin-y things and they throw things at each other and they blow up sometimes.
Skin color too, right?
You think?
Skin color too, nice.
But you're a pretty woman. Generally, I think that would help.
But I'm brown.
Yeah, but you think they notice all that?
Yeah.
See, that way I'm much better. If I see pretty women, I always say yes. But of course, they don't say yes back, so that doesn't
That's
work.
okay. Listen,
Yeah.
I mean, 50%, right? Half the battle won.
Half the
You
battle.
look like a guy who's an optimist.
I have no other option. It's either suicide or your option.
There you are.
Or
There you
Neha,
are.
we haven't spoken about who you are. Let's talk about because you just keep talking.
Let me know
What the
when
hell
you
is
figure
wrong
that
with you?
out.
The woman just
Listen,
goes on.
you
I've never
just
met
said-
someone like this.
All right,
You
chat,
should see
chat.
some of our guests.
Chat,
We have
chat.
guests in coma.
Oh,
they
really?
actually just say 2 words throughout the entire show.
You like that better?
I love
The-
that.
the
We had one
unconscious
NGO
type.
who was saving children in Bangalore. She died in the middle of the show. Boom.
And then?
I just kept talking.
You just kept going?
We
Did you
have
carry her
sponsor
off, or-
commitments. What do you
You're like, screw
come
that
on, for
shit.
God's sake. We're capitalists first and foremost. We love America, by the way. We'll talk about Donald Trump because
But, by the way, I had to eat that orange.
the whole thing. Once you bite into it,
No,
haven't you
you
proven
did, no, yeah, you got to bite
So then
into
what?
it and
Did you offer it
and
to
then-
him?
No, and I was like, fine, I'll just keep the rest. Remember, cheap Indian. But anyway, yeah.
So you still took it on board.
Of course I did. That was my snack.
And when they come and say anything to eat, I
I've
got my
got
orange.
that.
Indian.
Listen, making us proud.
There you go. All right, so let's talk about your background now a little bit. So you're a journalist who's featured in leading newspapers and magazines. But let's go back to, where you come from. You did your schooling in Delhi. A paradox
judge
in
me.
terms. There are no schools in Delhi.
Don't judge me.
Well,
Don't judge me.
Please don't tell me Columbia.
Huh?
What about modern? Which?
Hey, how'd you know?
What do you think? I don't know Delhi.
All right.
I spend weekends in Delhi. That's
Do
my
you?
punishment. Yeah.
Why?
Modern school, by the way, we were doing a thing for this music channel that plays ads called MTV. And in the 90s, we covered modern school in 96, if I remember right,
Pretty
97.
crazy campus, isn't it?
With the first lot of mobile phones with the kids.
Oh, can I tell you what was happening
Man,
in
I couldn't
96?
believe it. And
Can I tell you what was
Bunty-
happening in
Bunty Walia
96 in modern school? Please let me tell you this
Tell me,
story.
tell me,
Okay,
tell me,
listen.
tell me. Yeah.
So, okay, you're old enough to know this.
How dare you? No orange for you. Take away the orange.
You look like a pretty old guy. So listen.
Just say Chacha in India.
Cyrus Chacha, do you remember a show called Newstrack?
Yeah.
You remember Newstrack?
NDTV's first version or whatever.
Whatever, right? Remember
Yeah, with all
Newstrack?
those guys.
Back
That
in
was the
day?
first political-
That was
Yeah,
the
of course.
thing. It was like a big show.
Was I too
right?
enthusiastic while remembering it? Because that places us.
Kind of gave it away. But that's fine. So listen, Newstrack came to modern school because I remember there was some
Everybody in modern
dude-
school is connected. So
Some,
yeah.
no. Some dude wanted to make all the schools in Delhi Hindi medium.
Ooh.
Right? And there was
Your
this thing,
version of Marathi issues here.
VP
Yeah.
Singh?
Oh yeah, of course, the Mandal Commission guy. Who can forget him?
Yeah. Okay, right, exactly.
So he
Anyway.
had 3 great ideas, VP Singh. Huh?
Okay, exactly. So one of the great ideas was, listen, let's just
Yeah.
take a couple of the only schools that work in the country and let's make them Hindi medium.
Correct.
So Newstrack comes to school to be like, listen, do you guys want to go Hindi medium? Principal's like, Neha, you. I was like, nearest person walking around. He's like, you weird hairy girl, you come here. And he's like, listen, TV crew's coming to school and they're going to ask you if you want to make your school Hindi medium. You tell them we don't need the school to be Hindi medium because we know Hindi so well already. And I was like, I got it. You know what? Leave it to me, sir. So camera crew rolls up and they were like, क्या आप चाहते हैं कि आपका स्कूल हिंदी मीडियम हो? And I was like, नहीं, हमको हिंदी इतनी अच्छी तरह से आती है, हम तो डिबेट करते हैं हिंदी में, and we went on and on and on. So she hears me out, clearly giving me the bit. She hears me out for a good few minutes and I'm rolling on. And she's like, तो फिर बताइए, क्या होता है 49 in Hindi?
Oh, numbers.
Silence. But the joy... Yeah. क्या होता है Cyrus Chacha 49
55, 53.
Come on.
Give me some 52. I have to go backwards.
Okay, listen. If there was a number I'll never forget.
47.
Unchas is the correct
I would have got it. I know my cricket. Give me a minute.
Jai.
Give me a cricket. Give me a second. It's all. It takes this football season, so you don't go that high.
So you don't
like
go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ho gaya.
So are they scoring runs like that in cricket now? Are you guys getting up to an unchas?
You guys.
I don't watch
I'm a
cricket.
44-year-old armchair critic. I
I
can't
don't
get
watch
up.
cricket.
Udta Punjab
All
is
I
double
know
meaning for me.
is that Tendulkar doesn't play anymore.
Tendulkar was a poet. He
And
died some years ago.
we've got that hottie on the scene now.
Who? Virat Kohli.
Yeah, he's kind of hot.
Hottie. He's a real Punjabi. That's what he is, yaar. I can see the hair coming from the neck. Gardan pe baal hai. Bula na Newstrack ko.
He's a hottie.
Okay,
But hey,
yeah, come on.
Can I complete
Yeah, please.
I'm just going to complete
So
that.
what did you say?
So dead silence.
There's no Google.
There's no Google at the time. But in just a testimony to how proud Indian parents can be of their kid, my parents made everyone in their community watch that. I'm like, I'm making a fool of myself. Why are you
How does it
making people
end?
watch it? with my face.
Saying,
sort of,
phone a friend? Mr. Bachchan, aap hai?
Yeah. But anyway, so that was that story.
Oof, that's a terrible story. Very
But
sad.
still escaped the wrath. Our school didn't become Hindi medium.
But at least in Delhi, you all can speak Hindi. In the upmarket schools of Mumbai, we write the answers in the Hindi question in English. It's like that.
I coined a new phrase.
What?
So you heard about the Delhi uncles, ek haath mein leg, ek haath mein peg, right?
Oh, God,
you know that.
Yeah.
So what's the Delhi auntie?
What?
Ek haath mein birkin, dusre haath mein gherkin.
Aye. That's a masturbation joke, is it? I'm just spelling it out because we have really dumb people listening.
Oh, right.
Like those people in the studio.
Look at them.
They don't even know what masturbation is. The one guy's asking the other if it's
They
a
help
station.
each other? Or what's happening?
Wow, that's not masturbation. That's love. Neha, you don't understand romance.
Hey.
Two Indian men who help each other, either on a train or love. There's nothing else. All right, Neha, let's talk
So
now.
can I ask you one last question?
Go ahead.
So when Indian men hold each other's...
Why am I the standard to answer this?
I just want to know. You're an
Go on,
Indian man.
ask me.
Ask for your answer for your fellow men.
There you
so
go.
when they do the pinky interlock, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the holding fingers.
Yeah. What's that mean?
I think, and then they stare at women and they make, I won't say it in Hindi because it sounds very vulgar, but they go like, what a nice ass to each other.
But
to a woman
all the while
holding fingers. So it's it's a very secular, like if that doesn't happen, then I've got you sort of thing.
Oh, okay. So,
But I don't know if they're bisexual actually because they don't really, I don't know. It's difficult to answer.
Okay.
I don't like being massaged.
I just thought
don't
you
like
guys
being
had
touched.
figured it out by now. You guys haven't figured it out?
No. And if a man has to touch me, I always insist they wash their hands and have long hair.
What about the long nail?
I don't get that. It's
What's
only one.
the long?
It's only
It's the
one.
one. It's the
so where do they put
singular
it? Let's guess.
long nail.
Let's guess. I don't know.
It's awesome.
At least if you're
What
a
is it
carpenter, I
for?
understand. You got no work, so
Or
play
a
with your nail.
guitarist, I imagine.
Yeah. Or
There's the one long nail. It's really long, by the way. Thank
you, Neha. Thank you so much. Just saying.
Perfectly manicured.
There you go. But these are the secrets people have to look at. I think we spend too much time looking at the Taj and things like that. Forget that. The nail is important. The pinky holding, I've still not cracked it. No one can tell. And I'm telling you, they're mostly heterosexual men, so you can't even get into the whole they love each other thing. It's not that.
No, it's not.
Maybe it's just they're just feeling scared. And they just want some companionship. I don't know. I can't, because they're mostly people from outside the city who do that.
Oh, is it?
Generally, yeah. Because if you're born here, you wouldn't touch anyone. Because it's really unhygienic and people are smelly and there's lots of disease.
What do you think about Delhi? Delhi's better though.
I actually like Delhi, but I'm going to say this to you quickly because people will kill me here.
Oh.
I don't have a problem with Delhi and I hate when they say, oh, you're going to Delhi, like Delhi's the end of civilization.
Right.
Have you seen Mumbai? Okay,
the malarial cesspool we've got
this huge building and we've got a slum right there. I mean, this is no difference.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
But it's equal opportunity, Everyone's in there, in the
let's
same
just
place.
agree that Bangalore's the best city. Let's screw both these.
I've never been there. Is it cool?
It's lovely and men don't hold hands.
And
they hold you after 3, so be careful. And don't go on a rickshaw because there's no guarantee you'll come back. But otherwise, lovely city. Weather's always good. Chinnaswamy Stadium open for business anytime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can we talk about you?
Yeah.
Neha did her schooling in Delhi, moved to US at 70. What does that mean? You moved to just study or your family moved?
No, just me.
All right. And
but
then,
I was also the first woman in
Delhi to graduate.
That too.
No, go on.
I wish.
The first woman on News Track to do maths.
It was bad. That was a bad episode.
Yeah, but you got over it and then you went and tell us about your background. Or you went to Wellesley.
So I went to Wellesley, which is an all-women's school.
Why would you go to an all-women? From modern, the most liberal sort of upmarket institution in Delhi, why would you go to an all-women's college? You didn't get into the other one.
No, you know what? Actually, I did.
Yeah, come on.
No, I decided.
I know one more. Bryn Mawr, isn't
There's seven sisters, by the way.
Correct.
There's 7, and they're all sort of slowly falling off one by one. So Wellesley, one of the last remaining bastions of women's college.
Did any girls hit on you?
Yeah.
Tell us those stories and make it really slow and open and details.
Right.
Yeah, we'll play Shania music in the background because that's my idea of romance.
So, do you want to know about the lugs or the bugs?
Lugs are the daiki, male.
Lesbian until graduation and bisexual until graduation.
Okay,
so,
both.
I mean, look.
Your entire... I'm not interested in your career anymore. I just want to know about this. This is all we want to focus on. Lugs, please.
Lugs, please. No, listen. So, the school that Wellesley was affiliated to and the affiliation remains was MIT. No.
So you're technograd?
No. The point is that it was like a sister brother.
Oh, okay. They shared a wall like Columbia. What is Columbus?
They shared those, so we didn't share a wall.
St. Columbus, Delhi. Don't you all share also?
That's CGM. That's CGM.
CGM, correct.
I don't know why I did a Thai accent right now. I'm sorry.
You got Thai, I'm in Haryana. I mean, it's all over the place, the show.
But that's okay. Hey, coming back. No, so no wall, but there was a shuttle that went in between the two institutions, also known as the Shaggin' Wagon.
Oh, so to meet men. Now I'm understanding. Get on the train, go that side.
Yeah.
The Shaggin' Wagon.
The Shaggin' Wagon.
You had a really interesting life. Yeah.
I did.
So you escaped the lugs and the bugs and the hugs and you went towards the other side, is it?
No, it was actually a great place. I would say a really positive, amazing 4 years. It's actually great to see women do interesting stuff. Without ever feeling like they need to compete for sort of male attention.
This is how Mamata Banerjee leads her life in Calcutta. Exactly.
Without having to compete for male attention, huh?
No, the funny part is I said Calcutta. What the hell? What word is
Calcutta.
that?
Do you also say Ganges?
I think I just did.
And you say
Ganges. Give me more.
Kashmir.
Kashmir, is it?
You don't say Kashmir, right?
I don't even mention the K word. I'm too scared. I don't go there. I stop at Himachal. I don't move further. All right, we have to take a break, I think, because you're talking so much. We haven't mentioned your life, your work, journalism, the stuff you write about. So we'll leave the Shaggin' Wagon where it is and we'll pick up after the break with you at your desk doing stuff.
Done.
When we come back on Cyrus Says with Neha.
Hey Dilnaz, have you tried sex toys?
No, I've not tried sex toys, but I've tried sex.
Sid, why are you asking me this weird question? Who talks about sex like that?
We do.
Really? We do.
We also talk about dating, condoms and orgasms.
On our show X and Y, where we have a casual conversation about sex and relationships in India.
X and Y is available every week on Stitcher, YouTube, the IVM podcast app, or any other podcasting app you prefer.
So I guess we do talk about sex. Like that.
All right, Neha Hiranandani, part of the famous family apparently that builds buildings all across India. After Shah Jahan, they are the biggest builders in India. Am I right?
I don't think so, but hey, you can say it. It's that kind of show.
Oh, fair enough. Nobody researches our show.
Nobody researches it.
We thought
Just
you were an
say
actress,
it.
but now we know you
but that's
are.
the other one. Should I do a plug for the other one?
Yeah, do.
So
Why is everyone in Delhi called Neha anyway? We have a theory.
It
Neha
isn't.
Shweta Neha.
No, it isn't. It's Neha and Pooja.
Neha Pooja Shweta.
It's Neha and Pooja. And guess what?
What?
My sister's name is Pooja.
Goodbye. Stop it.
So as you can tell, I come from a really imaginative set.
Variety is the spice of life.
My folks really were thinking hard about what they wanted to name their girls.
Whether they were thinking hard, you apparently do because you started. How did you get into journalism?
Lack of a better job, actually. I'm a fairly.
What were the plans in Wellesley anyway? Before the Shaggin' Wagon, with the lugs and the bugs. What did you want to do? You want to be a writer?
I wanted to change the world.
Oh God, Femina Miss India. Which year?
Dude,
2004.
We go in there with dreams in your eyes and like.
Are you going to sing now, Neha? Because this
dreams in your eyes. No,
please don't stop. Second verse, please.
No, listen. So after that, I actually I went and studied at that other school in Boston. Harvard.
Oh, sharam aati hai, madam ko. Harvard pe gayi to sharam aati hai na. And darling, you don't say about Harvard because they'll be spelling it with a W anyway.
Hey, so listen.
Yeah.
So I got asked that the other day.
Yeah.
This auntie came up to me. I was where was I? I was in Delhi airport going to Dubai. And she's like,
You're always going to Dubai.
I know.
I think you're underworld. As far as I'm concerned, Delhi airport to Dubai, underworld. Sorry. Lady comes up to you
and she's like, listen, beta. And I was like, yes, auntie. And she begins, you know when you're about to get hustled?
Yeah.
Do you ever hear that?
Listen, beta is the setup.
It's the setup for the
Absolutely.
big hustle.
Yeah.
She's like, so, do you have any approach? I was like, where, auntie?
Approach?
At Harvard. You don't know what approach is?
No, how do I know?
Approach. Jugaad.
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh my God, how we corrupt their system from here. So then what did you say?
What do you say at that point, right?
So what do you say? She's a nice, normal, middle-class auntie. So
listen, at that point, her daughter, this is almost verbatim, okay, says, Mama, I've been saying now I don't want to go to America. Who's going to do all the work? My nails will get spoiled. So
was she a Pooja or Shweta?
She was Sonali, actually.
Damn you, there's
Real
four
name.
names. Sonali.
Real name.
All right, now so you went to Harvard. And what did you study? Business?
Harvard. No. Told you I wanted to kind of sort of change the world, education policy.
So what the hell did you study?
Education policy.
Oh, that's the subject. How do I know?
It's
I went
a
to
thing.
Xavier's Arts. We had like 4 subjects. Let me tell you my problem. Soviet Union was a subject. There's a full 100 marks. And in 1991, the Soviet Union crumbled.
Collapsed.
And there was none.
Yeah.
So then they were confused. How do we do this? Because it's like a historic perspective. And at the moment, there are 150 nationalities. And we don't know CIS, no CIS.
But it totally
Hilarious.
works, right? Look, our textbooks haven't been updated since 1991.
No, they
so
haven't.
listen, it still stays true.
I think so. And
It still stays
Soviet
true.
Union could come back
I
any
love
moment if you
that.
get put in.
Don't you love that? Don't you love that they don't update our textbooks?
I love the fact that the
Just keep
teachers
it
were insecure.
grounded, you know what I mean?
But please understand, these are communist teachers who were thinking, oh God, we want to talk about this system, and now the system failed. So they lost all their nerve and confidence. It was quite scary. America won. Neha, Harvard, lovely. So all this big degree, and you've got all these stars in your eyes, and you want to change the world, if what you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
And then, and actually journalism is a way to do that.
No, that wasn't the first stop. I told you this is because of a lack of another career.
Okay. What was the first stop?
The first stop was actually the UN.
The United... Oh, Shashi Tharoor, 2 words.
He's so cute.
1 phone call. Why do women find him so attractive?
He's super hot.
Is he?
Yeah.
I get mesmerized when he talks because he's...
So he's kind of like you, Cyrus.
I'm Rishi Tharoor, the younger one. The podgy one.
But you know, it's the same kind of appeal, right? A guy who talks well, etc. It's the same. It's a similar.
No, he's very eloquent, and his smallest words are like
he can make
rambunctious.
Tiruvantana.
Yeah.
He can make Tiruvantanapuram sound like a place you actually want to go to.
And when he says it, I actually followed it.
Yeah,
When he heard it-
exactly.
exactly.
And I was like, I want to go to.
In Malayalam, he never
Tiruvantanapuram.
picked it up, ever. And then suddenly he said it was like a
And
British
you're like,
word.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
Well, he does
So-
speak well, there's no doubt about that. But women really like that guy, I must say.
There's an appeal there.
No, I've
There's
done
an
a couple
appeal
of
there.
shows, and he's like a rock star. Young girls, like yourself, trying to catch his eye, and all. I mean, it's
And
amazing.
He does the, there's that particular kind of Indian, the well-educated Indian,
yeah.
that won't say education, they
Yeah.
won't say education.
Yeah,
Do
the
you know what I mean?
Ds.
The D's.
Perfect,
So
yeah.
he does stuff like that, and you're like, ooh.
I wonder how he'd say like off. I'm just thinking even bad language would be like poetic. It'd be like you'd be happy to be insulted by him.
Yeah.
Shashi, you're an ass. Off, and I'd be thank you so much, Shashi.
That's it.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
lovely.
Exactly.
Let's call him and check.
Could you?
Would I?
Wouldn't you?
I don't know his number. I have to call the UN and get his old number when he was somebody there. Yeah. So you want to join the UN and
So I did.
How does that work?
I mean, look, it's great, and I think there's a lot of great stuff that the UN does. So I was there for a while, actually.
Oh, so you were there?
Yeah.
You didn't have to invade a country or anything. You just.
No, I feel like all these things, like Harvard and the UN, are kind of like this is my big theory on these things.
Right.
It's kind of like hot guys. You're like, oh, I want to date that, and then
But
you
nothing-
get in there, and you're like, oh, really? Is this what it is? I don't want it anymore.
So you left Delhi with those hot guys, went to Harvard with those hot guys, and joined the United Nations, and then felt that, coffee Anand or whatever is not your type of guy anymore.
No, it's just that, look, these things are built up to be bigger than they are, right? There's almost like this.
So you let down by the philosophy inside the UN or by the actual sexuality of men?
No, I wasn't interested in the sexuality of men. Honestly, I really wasn't. I was just
Because of
interested
the
in...
lugs and the hugs that you had to go through. So
Indeed,
your perspectives changed?
Yeah,
Yes?
they did. They did, actually.
Yeah.
They did. And...
So once you enter
No, we're not going to get back into that conversation.
No, I just want to know,
Come
so
on.
when you're in the UN and because now you're from the
working for
inside.
UNICEF, yeah.
Tell us from the inside. So UNICEF. So my point is, do you feel that it's all like a fraud and nothing really?
No. There's enough.
Look,
There's a lot of great stuff that happens, right? There really is.
but
it's just
like a peeing in the ocean sort of thing, like it's a waste of time.
Exactly. It's just, I don't want to waste time, but the point is, it's honestly such a big institution that unless you're going to focus on making a career there.
But are people sincere?
You're sort of, yeah, I think they are. There's some incredible.
So why do you like the men then?
Why didn't I like the men? If sincerity were the only reason that you would like a man, then
true. I think dark lighting.
Other
That's the most
factors.
important thing. You got to keep the lights
Or being
off.
unconscious.
Oh
Apparently
yes.
That's a thing.
Oh yes. I have my best conversations
So
with
did you
women
guys-
when they're unconscious. Yeah, really.
Have you guys talked about the Stanford rape?
The Stanford rape?
No, the rapist.
No.
Stanford rape?
No, please,
2
go
weeks
ahead.
ago. No?
No, of course not. I told you my normal guests, they die during the show. You have no idea, our standards are so low. You've raised the bar, now we're screwed. We'll have to play you twice. just for fun. Can you come back as Pooja?
I can.
With 2 more stories?
I can.
Listen, we're going to run out of time. There's so much to talk
Okay,
about.
let's do it. Let's do
Tell
it.
me about the Stanford rape.
No, go on.
Okay,
you go on.
I need to talk about... Okay, so you reached the United Nations, UNICEF, you're there. And then what happened? Where does your career go? How do you become a journalist, per se?
Well, no. So what happened is... So that whole episode happened. I was there for actually quite a while.
Do they pay well?
Incredibly well.
Yeah, this is another thing people don't know. They actually pay well. You think you're doing some sort of favor and charity.
It's probably the only agency in sort of... so before I got married into a family that does real estate, I thought development meant the kind of work that I was doing in the UN. Now I come to Bombay and I'm like, oh, development means real estate. So
I thought maybe boob job, nose job, that kind of development. No.
That's augmentation.
Oh, that's West Coast. You're East Coast.
That's exactly
There you
right.
go.
There you
Two
are.
different cultures.
You're a smart guy.
Thank you.
Cyrus Shashri, you're a smart guy.
I like patronage. I'm Rishi Tharoor.
Rishi
The
Tharoor.
podgy one. How many times? Yeah.
Got it.
Huh.
Okay.
So they pay well,
that
and-
happens. So they paid really well. But I realized that it was sort of unless I was going to really focus on making a career, I wanted to work for something smaller. So I actually did. I started I joined an NGO, in Lower Parel. And set up a teacher.
What was it called? Worli? Sorry, just kidding. Because they call it Upper Worli. It's very confusing how they changed my ugly city, which I love so much. They just keep calling it all kinds of names.
You really love Bombay?
No, not really. But it's a love-hate thing.
Is something you got to say?
I hate Bombay, but I also love it. I don't know. I don't know. It's like the wife you can't leave. Okay, in your case, you'll understand having gone to the tugs and the lugs, so I don't want to change.
Bugs,
the bugs.
Bugs,
all right.
lugs.
Okay, so
anyway, so that happened.
NGO then?
NGO then kid.
Then you had a kid and then you got married. Okay, we got her, boys. We got on this one. We got her. Boom!
No, somewhere in between that, I'd gotten married.
What's your husband's name?
Darshan.
Darshan. Okay.
Good, solid.
How did you meet him? What was he doing? A real estate guy outside the UN? What, he trying to buy the building? Huh?
I
Quick
met him
romance. Cut to the romance quickly.
Listen, as you know,
now she clams up. Doesn't want to tell us.
It was 2008.
You can't remember when you met Darshan.
It's been a bit of a
We'll edit it. We'll
we
make
talked
it sound
about
better.
I'm talking about like anyway. No.
Go on.
2008, the world was in a recession. Yeah. Darshan.
Banks were all over the place.
Exactly. He was basically jobless at the time.
Was he a banker at that point?
No, real estate.
Yeah, but obviously affected as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So decided to do the pursuit. Had the sort of bandwidth then to do the pursuit.
Oh, so he chased you from this side of the world.
From Bombay to Delhi. It wasn't such a long chase.
What the hell are you doing in Delhi?
I live in Delhi.
But you were in America last. Please pay attention to your own career.
Lord. All right, okay. Focus, Rishi.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, focus, okay?
I thought you had a big English word to reply with. The scampicalicious. Yeah.
Delhi girl.
Delhi girl goes to US.
Delhi girl go to America. Okay? Delhi girl study. Delhi girl say, I go back to India.
Okay.
I change it.
Okay.
Delhi girl come.
Yeah.
Delhi girl study, work. UN.
You know, this is Subhash Ghai film. I've already got it. And I'm going to cast Mahima. Again, I don't care how old she is. I don't care what she looks like. She's in the movie.
Who's Mahima?
See, there you go. You've forgotten our heroes. You Indians go out there, Pooja, Neha, Sonali, and you'll forget.
Mahima?
Mahima is Ritu Chaudhary, the actress in Tal. Subhash Ghai film from the 90s.
That was Aishwarya Rai.
No, Baba. Also, maybe.
Tal had Aishwarya Rai.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah. I got a big
right.
thumbs up from. But these are your guys, by the way. They just gave me the thumbs up.
They're so happy. They're so happy now. I don't feel so Tal myself. Anyway, one of those Subhash Ghai films in the 90s.
Anyway.
Pardesi.
Mahima?
Yeah, don't you remember her?
No.
She changed her name because he likes women to have names with M. Yeah, that's the way he is.
Really?
It's a fascist.
Who else does he have?
Now he's not that big a name anymore, so he's himself Mubash Guy.
Hey, have you been reading?
Again, going away from your program. So you went back to Delhi. Delhi girl meets Bombay boy.
Bombay boy.
Okay.
Bombay boy pursue.
Right.
Delhi girl said, okay, fine.
Just get off my back. I can't take it anymore. Yeah.
Do it.
Right. Okay, that sounds really bad.
By that, I meant, listen, can I tell you a funny story about the day I got married?
Please, you only told us 10. Okay. Tell one more won't hurt. Yeah.
Shall I stop?
Please do. Not stop. Go on. Neha's funny story. And?
So, getting married, right? Day of.
Right.
Makeup, getting ready.
Oh, Delhi wedding.
Oh, listen.
Oh my God, yes.
But I wish you could have my mom on this show.
Please, if she's anything like you, please bring her.
I feel like my mom would be better than me on this show.
Excellent.
So my mom
is your mom's name Pooja?
Pinku. She's a Pinku. Guess what? Her sister's name is Pappu and her brother's name is Bobby. Pinku,
I want
Bobby.
your entire
Good
family.
Punjabi
I'm booking
family.
the full family. All right? Darshan doesn't come on. Everybody else. Yeah.
You want the Pinku, Pappu, Bobby.
I want them. They're beautiful.
Yeah. Good, solid Punjabi.
What I like is you have to think about your mom's name. When I ask you what your mom's name, you're like,
what is it?
Okay. Story.
So we're at the wedding, right? Getting ready, etc. my mom is an extraordinarily beautiful woman.
Right.
Extraordinarily. But, you know, it takes some augmentation and it takes a bit of...
you
all of that.
mean woman,
Right.
you. It's a good setup.
So
Mark
anyway,
Anthony's speech. Yeah.
quick, funny. It was funny to me anyway. I had to call Darshan and be like, listen, you got to stop the barat right now. And he's like, what? What's going on? You changed your mind? And I was like, not yet. But you really got to stop the barat right now. We got to delay the wedding. And he's like, why? What's up? I was ready. I was like, my mom's getting ready. And it's going to take a little while for all of that good stuff.
This is not a funny story. This is a true story.
It is.
Because anybody gets married in North India knows if the mother-in-law is not ready, you ain't got no wedding.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
None.
What did Darshan do?
Stole the wedding.
There you go. He did a little darshan
Yeah.
to your mother. That's what he did. Okay, let's get to this other big story because really we're running out of time.
Yep.
You were stranded in Utah, is it? With alone on the road? What is that?
No, Darshan was part of this. Thankfully, we were
Okay.
driving. We were. Have you heard of gumball? Do you know what gumball is? Not the candy.
I'll just pretend I do. Yes, I'm aware.
So it's this group of sort of crazy car enthusiasts.
That's right.
That gets
Okay, I have no idea.
Rishi,
Right?
you're so smart.
Thank
I
you.
knew it. I knew it.
Pontificate. I'm just trying to find big words to be a tharur.
What was the
Tharur
one in
dinner would be very interesting.
Hey,
no?
what was the one in Mary Poppins? SPN.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You got it.
Excellent.
You still
in
have it.
Punjabi say kya hua? Come on, sorry.
Okay,
number
listen. So
21.
anyway, so we're doing something called gumball, which is basically we're
That's
driving.
gumball singular.
Yeah.
No, because in Delhi, the singular plural thing about gumballs. I don't want that problem later. And so you're driving and?
So we're driving from LA to Miami.
Wow.
In 5 days.
Right.
Right, and there's at the time about 60 of us, 60 sort of supercars doing this rally. Not a race, it's a rally.
Yeah.
So and a lot of it, means driving through the real sort of Bible Belt of America, the real sort of heartland.
You get
right?
converted every few meters.
It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense. I mean,
Used
people
to be
who
Neha,
tell
now
you that.
Noreen. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying the people who say that there's only religious fanatics in the Middle East and other places have
God,
not
no, I'm
been
an
to-
Indian. The religious fanatics in every corner.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we're driving, and the drive that day was actually through a bit of Utah, and there was
Mormon country, right?
Mormon country,
Yeah.
exactly. And there's nothing around for literally hundreds.
There's no ATM in the state.
There's nothing. There's hundreds of miles. There's nothing. But it's a beautiful drive, right? It's a stunning drive where we're sort of moseying along, and it's so gorgeous, etc. And suddenly. The car, it was a pretty fancy car, but the car goes, stop, emergency, stop, brake now. And I was like,
Hate those American cars that talk to you, make you feel so
Italian
inadequate.
car.
Italian car in English.
No, sorry, German car.
German car.
German car.
So with a German accent going, stop.
Stop.
Moves it back.
How do you say emergency?
I'll do it for you. Schnell. Eins, zwei,
Because I'll just
drei.
get a random Thai accent and that's not going to work.
And I get numbers. I do numbers when I'm under
What's
pressure.
49 in Hindi?
I can only do German.
Come on. 49 in Hindi. Come on.
Unchas.
Rishi. Got it.
Ah.
Good boy.
What's 55?
Bachpan.
It's 56. Chappan, so easy. Come on.
Is it Chappan?
Story.
Okay, listen. So
car.
we're driving, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we already had emergency. Stop car,
The car
stop
stops.
car. No, a car freaking stops right there. There's no warning, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So get off the car, and we're like, all right, clearly there's no way to get this damn thing started off again. Call up German automaker and say, excuse me, hello, German automaker. And they were like, oh, no problem.
We
no
will
problem
be
at
there
all.
in 25 years.
In 8 hours, we'll send someone to come get you because there's-
Herman will come to you. Tell me when to stop.
8 hours? What do I do here for 8 hours, right? And there's nothing. I kid you not, Rishi. There was nothing.
Thank you for the Rishi. Subtly put. Yeah. And
Like how I just inserted that.
beautifully done.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Layer upon layer. Go on.
Thank you.
So
So
what-
we're there. We're there in desperation.
Is it dark
right?
by then? Are you worried about the night and
It
stuff?
actually is evening. It
Yeah.
actually is evening, and it's bloody hot. And we've got nothing, right? No food, no water. We weren't planning for this, and we're there, just being like, "What on earth are we going to do?" Guess who rolls up? How are you going to guess? Okay.
Dennis Rodman?
Hey!
I don't know. Wow.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
But is Dennis Rodman alone?
No.
Dennis Rodman.
He's with Kim Jong-un, the dictator of North Korea, his best friend.
Hey, I'm going to Seoul on Sunday, the other Korea. The other
It's
Korea.
India, Pakistan, don't get there. Huh? And
So Dennis Rodman shows up in a truck full of. Are you sitting down?
I'm
Your
sitting
chair
down.
doesn't have arms, but usually topple off
I'm
when your chair
holding the
doesn't have
mic.
arms.
The mic is an arm.
Okay,
Rishi, by the
Rishi.
way, in case you forgot.
Rishi, hold on.
I'm holding.
11 Playboy bunnies.
Wow.
in the truck.
That's so beautiful.
Because apparently that's how Dennis Rodman rolls.
Also in Utah, you need your own Playboy bunnies because
he imported his own.
Wow.
And he's stops off the side and he's like, hey.
So your husband must have been, I'll go on that one.
I think we
Neha,
sort of pretended that we weren't married.
Really?
For the next 5 hours as the bunnies
But
drove us
Dennis
to
Rodman.
Dennis is only having an affair with himself, by the way. You know, we're talking about the self-love.
Yeah.
So there was some
strange. And he needs to look at his hairdresser.
And there's like, oh my God, there's like piercings and there's tattoos everywhere.
And he's self-driving, is it?
He was and it was it was actually a
semi.
It wasn't the Shagan Wagon, that was Wellesley.
There
was
take your time.
But it pretty much
so many interesting incidents in the life of Neha, which will be made in a Subhash Ghai epic.
But it's Neha with an N and not Meha with an M. So
you'll get
Subhash
there.
Ghai won't take me.
Mishi.
Apparently.
I'm Mishi, by the way, in his new film. All right. Now we have to wrap it up. We're running out of time, but very quickly tell us what are you doing right now?
I'm working on a bunch of stories. So I write for a few different publications. Actually, some relatively deep and serious stuff, including things about depression.
Public education?
Yeah, that too. That too. Actually, did a piece a few weeks ago on kids don't learn in school. By the way.
I don't understand kids. I've given it up. I've got a 13 and 9-year-old. I've given it up. I've just washed my hands off them.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back in 10 years.
Crazy tuition thing. So that really bothered me. So I did a piece about that.
Yeah, it's not changed from our generation. You used to pay thousands of rupees for some guy to come home and teach them.
It's bizarre. And then people are going crazy and like trying to cut off their wrists about getting their kid into the right school.
The so-called right
school. And I'm
school.
like, why do you care what school your kid goes to? You're not going to learn anything anyway.
Your kid's a failure anyway.
Sir is coming home at 4 o'clock.
Exactly.
So.
And by the way, you have to pay up front now. The tutor, you have to pay. You have to sell your house and pay up front. You can't pay him per turn. You pay him 1 year.
I mean, it's expensive stuff.
So he can invest his money in, in debentures and the right shares.
Apparently.
Yeah, you have no idea how hard it is in India. Please go back to Harvard as fast as you can. And tell the people at UNICEF we need help.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Rishi with an R.
Yeah, okay, I'm doing an interesting piece coming up actually on...
She just shut me off. Get to your point. Go on.
But Mishi...
No, Mishi don't care. Mishi used to alpha female shouting at him.
so cool.
Yeah, Mishi sit on on Rodman's lap
Okay,
many times.
I'm going to be quiet now. You go.
No, tell me what you're working on. We haven't spoken about that.
Okay,
quick.
Fine. So really quick, working on a piece on so I feel like we're the first set of parents that is actually parenting a digital generation, right?
Correct.
Do you have any idea what an otaku is?
Is it like a baby orangutan?
No. Do you know what a catfish is?
Is it a fruit? Catfish is yeah, I know. It's something like a fish.
No.
A cat?
Hey, weren't you on MTV?
No.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe.
So MTV
What's it got to do with catfish?
Because MTV just did a documentary on catfish.
What are you
catfish
saying?
is basically someone who fakes their identity
From
online.
roadies to catfish.
From roadies to catfish.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's crazy stuff so these are all sort of genres of people that your kids and my 4-year-old eventually are basically meeting online.
It's scary.
Hey, listen, and we have no idea, by the way, of what's going on.
You know, I online myself, I'm a 74-year-old woman called Katie. And so, I can understand all the weirdos out there.
There you are.
To be honest.
And they're on.
I dated a 9-year-old boy yesterday, and his name was Jitinder, but he was from Tamil Nadu. So I know there's lies going on.
Was he from Thiruvananthapuram?
I can't say it! Don't put me down!
Come on, Mishi.
Mishi can't do it.
Come on, Mishi.
Help Mishi through it slowly, please. Let's try. Ru. One.
I'm sure you're going to roll somewhere. I'm sure
One.
Shashi.
Ta.
Ra.
It's not over yet.
It's like the...
Due respect. God, that's scary.
Yeah.
Lose some listeners with this kind of attitude.
Hey, do you know what yik yak is? Do you know what?
Is it sexual?
No.
Then I do know.
No.
Oh.
I'm telling you. So we're on like Facebook and Instagram and maybe Twitter, right?
Right.
These kids,
I like
they're not on that stuff. They're on stuff we've never even heard of. They're on like Yik Yak and
He's
Ask.fm.
4.
No, she's 4. But your kids are on this, I promise you.
My son is on, I don't know, he's playing FIFA with Ronaldo's dad. And
there's some crazy stuff going on. So it's kind of scary. So the next piece is on that.
Superb. I'm glad you're keeping them, grounded because, the kids need... I would like to give away kids. I feel sometimes, we do too much for them.
Yeah.
I think if you give away your kid to another family for 2 weeks or a month or something, maybe they'll learn something.
And come back a bit grateful.
Or not come back. Whatever makes you happy.
That's
as long
okay,
as everybody gets their bit.
Yeah.
What's your daughter's name?
Zoya.
Hi, Zoya. Lovely name.
Thank you.
Who decided?
I did.
Oh, Delhi girl.
And of course,
as if Darshan has a chance. I'll decide. You stay in that room. Watch cricket. Listen, we're running out of time. You talk too much. Can I be honest? You've got to stop talking, man. I couldn't get a word in. I mean, look at, we had 2,000 things to talk about. Foodie, safari junkie, certified scuba diver. There's so many other issues. And, nothing. All we got is Playboy bunnies, Dennis Rodman.
Hopefully that was good enough.
And that news track story, which was, by the way, what is 47? Get out of here, Rishi, my ass!
Thank you for radio,
Rishi,
though.
my ass! Alright, that's all we have time for. We have to call Shashi Tharoor on the phone and talk to him. Before we do that, we have a thing called the, what's called? It's called EMA. You want to take part in that? 5 minutes.
What is it?
Well, this guy called Amit will come and sit down and ask us questions. It takes just 5 minutes. It's like a visa interview for Myanmar.
If you have any questions for Cyrus, write to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
All right, we're here with Amit. And Amit, what are your questions?
So the first question we have for you is, what's the most unlikely thing that's happened to you that's actually true?
Neha, this is for you. You've got some wild stories.
I think the Dennis
done.
Rodman thing,
lesbian trap chamber.
Man.
And she went through hell.
I'm done. This
Come
is
on,
you.
what
This
is
is
the most
you.
unusual thing?
If somebody told me that you got picked up by Dennis Rodman with 11 Playboy bunnies in the Utah desert, I would not have
and your husband
believed
said,
that.
no, we'll Uber. Then that's a lovely story. That's a beautiful story.
I would not have believed that. But what about you? What is the most unlikely thing that's ever happened to you that's actually true?
I once hit a nun while riding a motorbike. And she fell.
Okay.
And then my mother said, because of this, you'll never ride a bike again. These are the things that have happened to me and have scarred me. And so I haven't ridden a bike after that. There are other stories. I once peed in a lady's urinal next to a famous Bollywood star in Taj Mahal Hotel. And she found it really funny. I can't name her.
Okay.
But, it rhymes with Surmila.
Okay.
So I won't take names. So yeah, there have been some interesting moments. Can't be all bad.
So she was in the urinal.
Well, I didn't know what. I went to the ladies, and they've got ladies. It's all pretty, and they've got doors, and you can sit and all that. It's different from the male thing. The male experience is 7 people who hold pinkies and compare things.
Do you guys talk?
We make love because we're Indian men. We never know when we're going to find naked bodies again. Pinky is something. Neha's laughing. She knows all about us. Come on, ask me a proper question. Ask her.
So, all right, both of you guys. Cyrus, give me marriage advice.
No, Neha, you give the advice because you're dealing with 4-year-olds. I've given up. I'm a cynic. My marriage advice is don't get married. I'm very clear about this. Marriage in a democracy is like voting for the prime minister or president. You got to do it for 5 years and vote again. You cannot, because it'll just, the customer just get corrupted.
I agree. I mean, like,
you need to keep voting.
Pick a boss for the term. That boss just rules. And then, you re-elect or whatever.
No, exactly. And people, when you marry someone at 26 and then at 48, if you look at them, they don't look 26 anymore most times. They don't look 27. Sometimes you look 59.
It's if you're marrying Punjabi, the peach that
I married Kachi. When one eyebrow remains one eyebrow. It's not fun. So
the peach you married turns out to be bleaches and cream.
Yeah. Listen, between us, we've got like 3 sides are hairy. I just want to tell you, we might as well just go into a cave and hang. Yeah. So yeah, my marital advice is there's no such thing as egalitarianism in marriage. Either you become the down dog or the up dog. You decide that. And after all that, please vote again every 2 or 3 years. And if you don't have children, there's no harm in breaking up if things aren't working out. What's the big deal?
Or even if you do.
But if you do, then it's a little more complicated because, one child is more attached to, obviously, me. Right. And in my case, all children, because anything short likes me. I've noticed that. Including inanimate objects like a pen, pencil. I sometimes think they follow me.
Chairs without arms.
Neha, let that go. Let that go, Neha.
I'm amazed that you're managing to remain aloft.
The Tharoor family will sue you and we'll elucidate you about it later.
Well done, Mishi.
All right,
that's it, Amit.
That's all I got.
Thank God, man, because she's worn me out. And not in a good way. Okay, catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. If you have any questions, write to us online and you can mail us as well. We will answer. We have a doctor in the house called me.
And that's what Cyrus says.
By the way, Janta, in case you're in love with tech, there's Simplified with Chuck, Naren and Sriket, 3 good friends of mine. They want to be comedians, but turned out they're better with tech. So this is it, Simplified. It's just for you.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcast galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.